What's going on, guys? Avery Braxton for 13 WMAZ Sports. Sports scheduled to start back, at least conditioning-only workouts coming pretty soon, about a week from today. So I decided to gather a couple of athletes who are pretty prominent around in this area. We got Nate Bohm from Veterans High, Jason Parham from Howard, Dominic Sasser from Blakely County, and Victor Burley of Warner Robins High School. So guys, we're going to go ahead and get going. First and foremost, who in here plays spring sports? We got any spring sports guys, baseball guys, soccer guys? Victor's in there, Jason's in there. Okay, cool. So just your reaction to losing a year of spring ball. We've talked to a lot of seniors, but for you guys who, are, underclassmen or juniors becoming rising seniors, what's kind of the reaction to losing a year of spring ball?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
It was kind of heartbreaking because, you want to get the film out to the coaches and stuff for the upcoming year, and you want to show how much you progressed from last year. So from that being taken away from us, it was hurt.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
It was, like you said, it was pretty heartbreaking because, this game I really love, but, for a spring be taken away from us like that, it's pretty heartbreaking.
You guys are baseball. Victor, you play baseball right?
No, I did track. Field.
Yes, yeah. Especially that's kind of a sport where you kind of a social distance already. So to kind of have that not going for you, that's kind of one of those sports that you use to really kind of improve your game for the fall. When you are to kind of not have that chance to get better as a collective on the track squad, what was that like?
It was because I did field and shot put, so that really helped with technique with your hips, arm strength, and everything. And for my first year of doing field and that being taken away from me, it was, but I have other seasons though, so it's not as heartbreaking.
I got you. Is the motivation different? This is for everybody. Is the motivation different for the fall, or even for next spring for those of you guys who will have one more spring or a few more springs? Go ahead, Dom.
Yeah, I feel like the motivation is definitely different. There's kind of a sense of we're behind, so I feel like we got to pick up the pace whenever we get back, start getting into a lot more conditioning, just trying to get back with the team and getting right, making up for lost time. So
anybody else?
So
So you talked about being behind. Obviously the GHSA put out that the statement, conditioning only workouts can get going starting next week. Just the feeling of getting back with your teammates, even if it is kind of looking weird, what was the reaction there? And you guys can answer this one. Go ahead.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I was stoked to hear that we'd be back June 8th. I've been missing it a lot. We missed out all spring ball, so it's just been a few months with no football and no team environment, so I'm ready to get back.
I hear you. Anybody else want to tag in? Go ahead, Nate.
I was very excited to see it come at just out of nowhere, June 8th. Like, who would expect just that close to us? So when I heard that, I was really excited because I want to create the brotherhood with my team and all this. I want to see my coaches, just all of that. So,
Jason, you want to hop in there too?
It's just like seeing, coming from it's like coming back with your family. Like he was saying, you've been far for so long, you ready to see what y'all can do for the next upcoming season. And I just can't wait.
It's been a lot of I know it's been a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of phone calls with coaches and things like that. Do you feel prepared? Because I know a lot of you have had to kind of work out on your own. Do you feel prepared individually? And then how do you think that's going to affect the school time?
I'll say this. Oh,
You got
it. Go ahead.
No, you, man.
No, you got it.
All right, I'll go.
Go ahead, Dominic.
I feel like our coaches have done a really good job lately of keeping us accountable, even like through online video chats or making sure we're on huddle, watching some film, going through the playbook. So I feel like in that aspect, we've been doing really good as a team. So I think we're going to be ready. I think we're going to be prepared to do what we need to do this summer and this fall.
Anybody else? Victor?
Like the coaches sent us like a at home workout. So if they took it seriously and went out and worked out, we'll probably still be in like good condition. And with us watching film, going over plays, getting new plays, I think we should be on the right track when we get back.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, our coach, he has set a standard for us. So, like, he expects the best, all that. So I feel like he trusts all his players enough to know that we're putting in the work and studying the playbook and exercising and staying in shape so we can come fully prepared June 8th.
For a lot of you guys, y'all are going into your senior year or close to it, and even if you're not, you're kind of a leader on your side of the ball. How have you guys gone about trying to keep you kind of hold your teammates accountable?
You want the best for your teammates, so you always constantly texting, getting in contact with them. Make sure, because if they're not ready, we're not ready as a unit. So that's not gonna look good for ourselves. So when you're a leader, that's your job to constantly get on somebody because you want the best. And in order to be the best, you gotta do things that the best do.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, right there with you. It's all about the communication, whether it's text or calls or maybe popping by and seeing some guys, just trying to stay distant, doing our thing, but making sure they're in the gym, making sure the motivation is high. As for someone who has a lot of motivation and intrinsic motivation in me to do my best, I want to give that to my team, to my coaches, and everyone around me.
Have you guys kind of taken a look at some of the rules that the GHSA has put in place? You guys have to be groups of 20 or more, constantly, wiping stuff down, no sports equipment. When you kind of took a look at some of those rules that they've kind of set down, what were your thoughts?
Okay.
Go ahead, Nate.
Well, at first I was thinking it's a step forward to where we want to go because when I seen no footballs in any kind of ball, I was disappointed because I want to catch from my quarterback because I'm a receiver. So after that, I mean, this is a step forward to get where we want to go.
Yeah. Anybody else wanted to hop in there?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead, Dom.
It's going to be different not being able to have the same facilities or have the same number of guys or not be able to throw. So it's going to be a lot of adapting and compromising, but we got to do what we got to do if we love the game.
Just some of your thoughts on what the summer will look like for you. Eventually, you think you'll get to start using equipment and that kind of thing. But just what are your expectations for the summer once you guys kind of get back in the gym and back together?
I'll say this.
Go ahead, Vic.
I think like we will get back in our football conditions, like get back where we need to be, where we left off at. And sooner or later, we probably will get back in equipment, which will be great. If we can get back to that contact, get back to busting heads, get back to our regular football.
Okay. Anybody else? I'm sorry, I got it in gallery view. Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah, I think we should be better mentally because it's really a mental aspect without doing the physical aspects of it. So we should be better mentally because it's a lot of things that we're doing that's changing. So we should be better mentally.
Okay. So that's an interesting thought. You got to be locked in a lot more kind of in the meeting room when it is a Zoom call or not having distractions. What has that been like?